just a measurement of talent gained or lost, FYI. Okay, so it's Howie at the head of the class. Shocker. He does quite well.
As usual.
Howie Roseman's Eagles got the only straight A in the exercise. High marks for getting Reek Woolen and Jonathan Grenard in particular. The A.J. Brown trade was a dominant storyline, and Philly traded up 3 spots for USC wideout Makai Lemon in last April's draft to ease that loss. Tim, do you agree with the top grade for Philadelphia?
Yeah, I'm not sure I would give him the top grade because listen, I think that there's a benefit of the doubt for Howie. You alluded to it, and I think that it's fair. They've made, big swings, and they've been right a lot of times on the big swings. I do think while the distraction you want to talk about that A.J. Brown could be, the impact on the field is really, really big. And so I think when you look at that, you don't have to look any further than Tennessee Titans to say, all right, first-round draft pick receiver, we'll just replace him. Well, it didn't work with Treylon Burks. We'll see if it happens with Makai Lemon. So I don't know. I don't know that it would be all the way at an A for Philadelphia.
Oh my gosh. Did we seriously just compare the Tennessee Titans to the Philadelphia Eagles? Hurry. Before we get into this,
please, Philadelphia Eagles fans, do not forget to subscribe and watch the full length of the video, as that is without a shadow of a doubt the best way to support the growth of this channel, so we can keep having the most unbiased, grounded, honest conversations about the Philadelphia Eagles. It makes such a huge difference, and I would really, really appreciate it. This is one of those moments, and I actually just made another video earlier where I felt like I was going to go crazy too. Like, this is obviously not my style. I'm not type of person who like screams and has these big grand, like some people think that when they make videos like that's what they need to do. They pick up their chair and they throw it and they rip their shirt off and they scream and they make wacky noises and whatnot, and they got catchphrases I don't know. It's not stuff that I watch. If you do, by all means, no judgments. We all find entertainment. We all got different ways to seek entertainment. That's the beauty of YouTube. It's literally whatever's out there, you'll find it. But sometimes I really do feel like that. I feel like I could just rip my shirt off. It's just because I just first off the Eagles had to get rid of A.J. Brown. So you're saying, oh, I don't know if he had, the top grader or, because he lost A.J. Brown. They had to move on from A.J.B. Roan. This wasn't a random decision, right? It's not that's also why the Tennessee Titans thing makes no sense, because it's not they the Eagles were just oh, you know what? We think AJ's maybe in the decline. We can move off him a little early. Oh, that's smart. And then we'll just draft my Lemon. No, they needed to get rid of him. And usually in those situations, and this is why everyone kept saying, oh, the Eagles have no leverage. They have no leverage. They have no power. And I said, the Eagles have all the power. The Eagles have all the power. They're no, 'cause AJ wants to leave. And yet Harry Roseman maximized his return for A.J. Brown. They essentially got A.J. Brown for free at the end of the day. For all the things that they gave up to get him and how they got him back. It's essentially getting a used car, paying for it, $25,000 and driving it for years and then selling it for a little bit less. It's you essentially just drove a car for 4 years for just a few grand. It's that's pretty amazing. And that's essentially what Harry Roseman and the Philadelphia Eagles did. And then getting to the whole plan, because let's not forget that they got a potentially awesome tight end. They got other receivers as well beyond just my Lemon. They got Woolen Grenett. These are all really awesome moves, and what other great moves were there? The Eagles had. Not to mention Sean Mannion. So, it's just like it's pretty hilarious to me the idea that like because if you don't have an A, then that's implying there was more to be done or that they could have done more. What else could they have done? What else? What else? What other opportunities were there? I look around the league and I see other teams that made a move, right? And you're like, oh, like you could have been the one that got Jalen Wadd. Oh, you could have been the one that got Trey Hendrickson. Oh, you actually could have hired Jesse Mentor or like you could have gotten, Myles Garrett, whatever it is, Trent MCD. And it's like, oh. And I'm like, yeah, you made some moves, but like I think it probably would have been better if you actually got Jalen Wadd instead of so and it's like you didn't do that. The Broncos did or the Rams did or whatever example I'm using in that moment. Like that's not the situation for the Philadelphia Eagles. That's not the situation for the Philadelphia Eagles. Like people tried to force the whole Myles Garrett thing. Yeah, that would be great. Way too much. Eagles don't need to do that. They don't need to do that. It's not what they're building right now. They don't need to go all in a way that the Rams are doing right now. The Rams have a very specific timeline with a very specific team. They're in a very specific situation. That's not the Eagles. That's not the Eagles. So yeah, Eagles had an awesome off-season. It's okay to just say that. It's okay to just admit that. To circle it back to A.J. Brown and then compare that to the Tennessee Titans is one of the most it's not that easy. That's what the Tennessee Titans thought. What? We're comparing how the Tennessee Titans are run to how the Philadelphia Eagles were run? Are we serious right now? This is why I went nuts on Nick Ray a couple years ago when I was praising the Fangio hire and he goes, this is a terrible the Miami Dolphins couldn't get rid of them fast enough. Like why do I care what the Miami Dolphins have to say? They're terrible. They're so poorly run. They have no culture. Like they can't do anything right. And do you think I'm going to use the decisions of the Miami Dolphins? It was one of the best takes that Colin Cowherd has ever had when the Cleveland Browns gave Deshaun Watson a fully guaranteed contract. And then Lamar Jackson then was like, I want a fully guaranteed contract. And Colin said, I'm not going. I don't care. And a quarterback says, oh, that's what Deshaun Watson got with Cleveland. He goes, I don't care. I'm not using one of the most poorly run franchises in the NFL as a reference to what I should do. What they do over there has nothing to do with me. Nothing to do with me. None. And they're like, oh, the New York Giants like they wanted to move on from Saquon Barkley. Yeah, I don't care I don't care the decisions that they make because they're a poorly run franchise. It might be improving now, but like no. So, it's like I'm not using the success or failures or the decisions of teams that if it was the Chiefs, if it was the Rams, right? If it was these, consistently well-run teams. Yeah. Then it's interesting, right? It's interesting. If the 49ers were letting go of Saquon Barkley or something like that, then I would be like, okay, that kind of signals something to me, right? If the Kansas City Chiefs fire Fangio, it's like, that is kind of interesting. It's like, yeah, okay. Right. Not the Miami Dolphins, not the Tennessee Titans of the old. I think they're getting better now, but of the old like what? Like when the Commanders also got rid of oh my gosh, the wide receiver. I always forget his name. Come on, man. And yet had an amazing catch in the Super Bowl. Whatever your name is. I know it. I just don't right now. And I remember that was another thing where they were like, oh, the Commanders don't even want him. And I'm like, I don't care what the Commanders want. I don't care the decisions the Commanders and at that point it was 2024 they haven't done anything for like a decade. It was like I don't longer than that. It's like I don't care what the Commanders are doing. I'm not using their decisions as a reference point for anything. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. The Eagles are the standard. When are you going to understand that the Eagles are the standard? Let me say it very clear. The Eagle, I'm going to get real bassy here. The Eagles are the standard. The Eagles are the standard. I don't know if there's been as great and as well run of a team like Philadelphia Eagles that just don't get that consistent benefit of the doubt respect that we consistently give teams like the Rams, the Chiefs, and it's just like guys, year after year after year, the Eagles are consistently competitive, consistently making great decisions, consistently in a position to win all. They win it all every year. No team does. None. But since 2000, they have the second most playoff wins, and they're second only because Tom Brady won an insane amount with the New England Patriots. Outside of that, the Philadelphia Eagles would be number one. And in fact, I think it's a lot more impressive what the Eagles have done because they didn't rely on just Tom Brady and Bill Belichick. The Eagles have had to have multiple coaches throughout that run. They've had to have multiple quarterbacks since 2000. So, I actually think it's a lot more impressive. I think it shows a level of competency, execution, discipline in a way that those other franchises have not done. The Eagles are the standard. Like we can't even. I understand you want to knock Jalen Hurts and this, that it's like fine, but it's like even in a basic ABCD segment rig. HT here. We're like I don't know about the Eagles. AJ Brown, Tennessee Titans. Ask the Tennessee Titans is not as easy. Ask the Tennessee Titans what? How to miss the playoffs. How to be a poorly run franchise. Do you think Harry Roseman would be out there drafting, Will Levis? Like what? Come on, man. What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? Oh my gosh. It's crazy. It's crazy. Those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think of the Philadelphia Eagles? The moves that they've made. They've been graded as having the best off-season in the NFL. We can't give it to them. Can't give anything that to them. They're the first team in the history of the NFL to win the Super Bowl, but be stacked, but also not be stacked. They have a great team, but they're not a great team. Like, they have a great coach, but they don't have a great coach. Like, they're good, but they're not good. And AJ Brown is amazing, but he's also not amazing. Jalen Hurts is amazing, but he's not amazing. Devontae's thin, but but the Eagles are stacked. Saquon's older now and past his prime, but they're stacked. The O-line is amazing, but they're old and injured. It's like the 90s when you're trying to listen to a CD player that doesn't have a anti-skip technology. I remember that messing around with my brother's CD player and it didn't have anti-skip technology, and you would listen to it in a car and it would you hit a bump and the CD would just skip. That's how it feels like anytime we talk about the Philadelphia Eagles. If you know. But let me know your thoughts. I read every single comment whether you agree with me or disagree with me. Either way, let's get in some discussions. Let's get into some fights. But ultimately, let's just have some fun. Please do consider subscribing. We are building an amazing community here and absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all generally feel connected to, something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up as it really does help visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.